Welcome back to Life Changing Wealth. You know who it is. Your boy, Jay Biondo here. I post 2 videos every day talking about investing, the stock market, and cryptocurrency. If you like the content, give the video a thumbs up. You know I want some subs from all you scrubs. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell. Let's get into it. So today, we're going to talk about Polkadot. Polkadot's a project that I've kind of gone back and forth in investing on, specifically over the last year, because it's a project that it moved, but it didn't move as much as Cardano, which I would say was the racehorse of really last year. The last 9 months or so. So I do want to talk about Polkadot, though, because I think it's a great project. I think it's on par with Cardano, even though it's not quite as far along. If you just look at the charts here, you could have came in and bought Polkadot in July, and I know hindsight is 20/20, right? But you could have bought it at $10. You could have 4x'd your money in in a matter of just a few months. In terms of USD value, which most of this drop in value is actually due to the drop in Bitcoin value. But had you picked this up early on, you could have picked it up at $5. I didn't. I wish I did. But where we're sitting right now is at around $43, and that's just in terms of USD value, just to create a little context behind the project. I also want to jump in and just talk about the overall Bitcoin valuation, because I do think it's interesting that really for the most part since February, if you were to just sort of average this out, really we're still at roughly the same, sort of an average SAT level of 6,800. So Polkadot hasn't really taken off when you compare it to things like Ethereum or Cardano, or Solana, or some of the other L1 solutions out there. But what is most interesting is what we're going to get into in just a second. But I want you to sort of change your thinking when you just think of L1 solutions, because it's easy to say, well, should I invest in Ethereum? Should I invest in DOT, Binance Coin, right? Solana, Avalanche, Cardano? Those are sort of the first things that come to mind when you think of L1 solutions. But what I start to ask myself is, should I be considering the pet projects of those L1 solutions? So, for right now, you might look at a project like Polkadot and say, okay, well, I could see this doing a 4 or 5x. And that's great, I mean, that's you do really well if you got a 4 or 5x. But could you do better? You could do better. And the way I look at doing better, or think about how to do better, even though I'm already looking at a big project, is what are the projects underneath the larger L1 projects? And one that I go back to all the time, and I throw money into periodically based on certain situations, is Kusama. Kusama for the mamas, guys. This is what we're talking about. So let's pull up the Kusama chart. So for those that don't know, Kusama is like the test net of Polkadot, and so because of that, the utility is going to be very, very high for anything that's being built on DOT or connecting into DOT. So with that said, it's a project I'm always thinking about. In terms of USD value, I don't have the chart up, but it's about 400 USD right now. And Bitcoin value, this is where it gets interesting, right? So if we look back to when things were getting really, really hot, around March of last year, Kusama got a nice lift, okay? And then we go into May, and Kusama popped off. If we look at the just the growth in this like 3-day span or a couple day span, maybe 10 days. We're looking at a modest 98% move in a matter of just a couple days. So and you see this periodically. I mean, there was even another pop back up to the upside for Kusama. So it is more volatile, that's for sure. It's definitely more volatile. But if you believe that Polkadot is going to pop off, then you certainly should believe that Kusama is going to be popping off. So it is something you should consider. If you're going to make a Polkadot investment, you should consider, well, maybe I should throw money in Kusama. The other thing to consider is just at where the chart is right now, right? So if you're sitting on Bitcoin value, you have Bitcoin in your portfolio. I'm not saying you should throw it in right now, but I'm saying that Kusama is really down, and it's almost like sitting at the same place that Chainlink is sitting at in terms of its retracement. So something to consider. It's also below the 20-week EMA and SMA on the Bitcoin value, and if it breaks this, we might see a massive move to the upside. It's already starting to heat up. Now, the big thing when it comes to Kusama and Polkadot that's on the front right now is let me just pull it up here. So, as of today, the new news is that the next parachain auction is scheduled for today at 11:30 CET time. I'm not sure exactly when that is, but it's today. It's happening quick. And now Polkadot is starting to auction off these parachains, and it's going to start to heat up. So I think 2022 is going to possibly be the year of the dot, and I will be patiently timing my move back into either dot or Kusama, and really try to figure out what I want to do there. So those are some things that I'm looking out for with DOT. Is really just to see what's on the roadmap ahead. It's almost like a similar position that Cardano was into before the launch of smart contracts, as a way to think about it. And if we just take a quick snapshot back in time, let's just look at the chart real quick. Let's see if I can pull it up. So with ADA, if you're talking about before smart contracts I think were in September. I mean, if DOT does anything similar to this, that's a 100% move. That's a 100% move in 4 weeks. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind as Polkadot starts to move forward. So those are things I'm looking at, guys. That's really what I wanted to leave you with today. Don't forget to check out the other videos on other investment content just like this. Hit the subscribe button. Let's get like 1,500 likes on this video. Comment down below on what you guys think. Do you think that 2022 is going to be the year of the dot? Should we already be invested in Polkadot? And what are your thoughts on Kusama? Is Kusama worth jumping into based on what I've been pondering? I want to hear from you guys down below, and I will catch you in the next video.